We have some big news right now. The United States military is no longer going to be recruiting at a prestigious Black Engineering Awards event following Donald Trump's anti-DEI executive order. According to military.com, the United States Army and other service branches will no longer be recruiting this year at the Black Engineer of the Year Awards, or BEYA, B-E-Y-A. It's an annual conference that draws students, academics, and professionals in science, technology, engineering, and math. And historically, it's been used to help recruit some of America's best and brightest in the military and the Pentagon. Well, now after Trump's anti-DEI executive order and Pete Hegseth essentially telling the Department of Defense it can no longer observe Black History Month, it's no longer going to be recruiting from this pool of highly qualified and talented applicants.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. I hope you're all doing well. Now let's talk about something that's been making waves online. So apparently there's been a lot of talk about the United States military pulling out of a major Black engineering event. And many people are saying it's because of Trump's new executive order. Well, some are calling it a direct attack on diversity. Well, and others are saying it's just part of a larger policy shift. Now, you all know how we do it here. We're going to break it all down, look at what's actually happening, and then get into a real conversation about what this means. So let's dive in.
So Trump just passed that into the law. The United States military will no longer be going to recruit Black, because apparently Black people are DEI. But that's not it. Look this up. Black American men are the most overrepresented men in the military. Right now, if white men decide to start a civil war right now, we will fuck them up 10 ways from Sunday. The number of Black men that are militarily trained in America is fucking outrageous. I am one of them. I am a fucking Marine Corps veteran. Do you know what it takes to be a Marine? Do you know how many of me exist in the United States? Donald Trump is trying to make sure there is no longer a militarized Black men. People who don't understand this will hear this and be like, oh my God, yeah, no more Black people in the military. No, they were training us. Now they realize they have trained the people they're trying to oppress, and they cannot do that. So they need to make sure there are no more militarized Black men.
This is actually wonderful news, folks. This is what I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you. That guy's reporting about the United States military under bitch ass Trump, saying they're not coming to a specific event where the best and brightest in a certain category of, I believe it's probably math, science, architect, things of that nature, right? Engineering, all military shit, right? They're not going there to recruit. And I love it. Why do I love it? For one, that's less Black folks in the gears of our military, which is just a death military. We don't do too much good with our military, right? Not too much, okay? Number two, we, the Black community, already said we're bowing out. We can't just bow out when it's negative shit. We bow out all the time under every circumstance. And Trump, I was going to say they, it wasn't they. Trump just allow us a gracious bow out by saying don't even show up. Good. We don't want our children in your military. Good. We need those minds in Black-owned businesses and thriving. We need that. That's a very good way, folks, of stepping back and minding our business, Black community. Those who may have thought they were going to the military, now they may have to adjust a little bit, and it won't be hard for them because they're highly intelligent, right? They have to adjust, and many of their minds will go to, well, if you don't want me, I don't want to work for you. And they go into Black-owned businesses, or starting their own, or collabing with students that they met over the years that have the same mentality, but their skill is a little different, and then that skill is a little different, but when they come together, it's amazing. That's what they're doing. My bad. I keep on saying they. That's what Trump is doing for the Black community right now.
The next time I hear any one of you mouth breathers that voted for this pompous asshole say that he is not racist, he just finished passing into law that the military will now drop recruiting efforts at prestigious Black Engineering Awards events.
So I guess the topic that's running rampant now through TikTok is the fact that Trump allegedly doesn't want any more black people to be enlisted into the army. It's speculated that the agenda that's being pushed now is that he wants an all-white military in case there's a civil war that breaks out within this country. And he wants all the white people to be ready, trained, and prepared in case there's, some kind of civil unrest. And he wants to exclude the black people so they don't have a leg to stand on in case there is such confrontation that, decides to unfold. Another perspective is that given the history of us and our participation in the military, especially during said times, people said, go ahead. We don't want to fight your wars anyway, because we never got the respect that we deserved. And anything that is documented in history, you don't want people to know. When we went to go fight, to combat, Germany during the times of the Holocaust, all the German POs, they were treated with such respect, while those that were black that were part of the U.S. military weren't. We'll gladly sit this one out and watch how many numbers in your people decline in case a war does break out. And a lot of people are asking the big question: if that were to come to pass, and say you do get a Russia or a China, are the black people going to side with America, or are they going to side with the other people? That was an interesting question. Something to think about. Anyway.
Alright, let's talk a little bit about it. So the United States military has officially pulled out of the Black Engineer of the Year Awards conference, which is a major event for recruiting top black talents into STEM-related military careers. So this decision came after Trump's executive order, which banned diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in federal agencies, including the Department of Defense. Again, the order also forces the military to remove DEI-related content from training materials and also cut ties with diversity-focused events. And because of that, there's no more military presence at Black Engineer of the Year Awards conference, despite it being one of the best recruiting grounds for black engineers in the military. Now, let's keep it real. Intentional or not, the impact of this decision is clear. And the military just lost one of its biggest opportunities to recruit black talent in STEM fields. Well, some people argue that military recruitment should be race neutral, but let's not pretend like the military hasn't actively recruited from different communities before, especially when they needed people. So why cut off an event that was actually helping bring in skilled black engineers? So the truth is, we really don't know if this was a calculated decision to push black recruits out of the military, or probably it's just another byproduct of Trump's broader crackdowns on DI programs. But either way, the effect is still the same, and black engineers now have one less opportunity to connect with military careers. Anyway, what do you all think about this? Let's get this conversation going in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trending stories. I'll catch you in the next one.